How's it going, everyone? Got a little bit to talk about in this video. A free game you can play for the next week, a multiplayer title in Rainbow Six Siege. We'll talk that briefly. 2K and Supermassive Games have teamed up and announced a brand new horror title in the Quarry. That'll be coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, so they're dropping it on everything. We'll talk that in a little bit, and Moss Book 2 is right around the corner. If you don't know, Moss was a fantastic PlayStation VR title, and now we're getting a follow-up in Moss Book 2. So we'll talk that at the end of this video. But first up, Rainbow Six Siege free week kicks off today on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. You'll be able to play with all your friends, and you can play if they own the full game or if they are just playing as a part of the free weekend, or free week as well. It's a whole week, March 17th until the 24th, so quite a lengthy period of time. If you do want to finagle your way into a PlayStation Plus 1 week trial as well, if you have a PlayStation 5, you can download GTA Online and get a 7-day PlayStation Plus trial if you don't have PlayStation Plus. So that is an option to take advantage with this Rainbow Six Siege free week as well. Again, it'll be lasting for the next week. Rainbow Six Siege has been one of the, biggest success stories that Ubisoft has had in recent memory. I mean, this game came out back at the end of 2015, and it is still trucking along as a premier title on all platforms. Like, obviously, it's not at its peak, I wouldn't say, but there's still a lot of people playing the game, and it's still incredibly popular. So you can go play it for the week for free. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already played it at some point, but if you're a fan of tactical shooters, more, methodical shooters, I think this is something that you will end up enjoying. And just, like, looking at Steam numbers, there's still, like, 61,000 people playing it. That's just on Steam. The game sold on Uplay as well. It's sold on PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series, so a lot of people still playing this game. Alright, next up, 2K and Supermassive Games have teamed up and they announced a brand new horror game, The Quarry, for PlayStation 5 Series, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It's an all-new teen horror narrative, a game where your every choice, big or small, shapes your story and determines who lives to tell the tale. Featuring an iconic ensemble cast of Hollywood stars and celebrities. You have David Arquette from the Screen franchise, Ariel Winter from Modern Family, Justice Smith from Jurassic World, Brenda Song from Dollface, Lance Henriksen from Alien, Lynn Shane, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and more. So you've got quite a cast here. The game notes, as the sun sets on the last day of summer camp, the teenage counselors of Hackett's Quarry throw a party to celebrate. No kids, no adults, no rules. Things quickly take a turn for the worse. Yeah, that doesn't sound like the best idea in the world. Hunted by blood-drenched locals and something far more sinister, the teens' party plans unravel into an unpredictable night of horror. Friendly banter and flirtations give way to life or death decisions as relationships build or break under the strain of unimaginable choices. Play as each of the 9 camp counselors in a thrilling cinematic tale where every choice shapes your unique story from a tangled web of possibilities. Any character can be the star of the show or die before daylight comes. How will your story unfold? Obviously, Supermassive Games, if you're familiar with them, this is right up their wheelhouse. They did Until Dawn back in, I want to say 2014, and that's probably their game that they're best known for, but yeah, this is definitely drawing a resemblance to that. But they've also worked on the Dark Pictures anthology titles, Man of Medan and Little Hope, so yeah, they have done quite a few titles. Until Dawn, obviously, I would say is their biggest game. That came out back in 2015, actually, but that was a game that, man, if you were into cheesy horror movies, that was a game that I ended up really enjoying, and it was a game that, yes, it's a single-player game, obviously, but it's one of those games that you can have a group of people over and you can all, like, experience the game together. It was just a very enjoyable game if you didn't take it too serious. I thought some of the decision-making in the game was quite interesting as well, and hopefully they drop another one. It looks like they have a solid publisher with them in 2K, at least one with quite a backing, so this is out relatively soon as well. It's going to be coming June 10th and coming to just about every platform outside of the Switch, so you can look forward to that. And lastly, Moss Book 2 is launching on March 31st. If you're a fan of VR titles and high-quality VR games, Moss Book, or it was just called Moss, but Moss was a high-quality game. Moss Book 2 builds upon the story set forth in the platinum-selling Moss video game that ranks as one of the all-time top-rated virtual reality games to date. Having rescued her uncle, Argus, Quill's adventure continues with the revelation that a winged tyrant is hunting her with the Hex Castle where her uncle was held captive. But Quill has a plan of her own, one that could finally end the merciless rule of the arcane and save the world from a great unmaking. Lined with dangerous terrain, challenging puzzles, and enemies twisted in fire and steel, the journey will be trying, filled with triumph and heartbreak alike, but new allies, old friends, and the very nature of the castle itself can offer you help along the way. The PlayStation blog has dropped 12 minutes of brand new gameplay as well, so you can check that out if you have a VR headset. something to look forward to. I probably won't get around to this game until PlayStation VR 2 drops. That's probably when I'm really going to get back into VR gaming, just because the ease of access to it I think is going to be very beneficial, depending on the price point. I mean, if it ends up being like $700, yeah, that's not happening, but if it's price compelling, there's a lot of VR games that I got to catch up on, and Moss Book 2 will be one of those games. But that's going to do it for me. Again, Rainbow Six Siege, enjoying a free week. You can try that out on PlayStation 4 and 5. 2K and Supermassive Games have teamed up to bring you a brand new horror game in the Quarry that'll be coming to PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and Moss Book 2 dropping in just 2 weeks from today. That'll be coming March 31st. If you're a fan of VR titles, that's one to keep on your radar. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.